إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهديه الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعة، فمن أطاعه دخل الجنة ومن عصاه دخل النار. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله تعالى عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم. وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. ثم أما بعد. It is very normal for the believer in the life of this world, when he's faced with trials and tribulations and he sees calamities decreed for his loved ones, himself, and nearly every single person living this dunya at the moment, it is very easy and understandable for when the decree of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala suddenly shakes mankind as a whole, for a person to sometimes wonder in his life and forget a certain incident that will take place. Many a time we discuss and we talk about how we are living now, what is our income now, how are we going to live for tomorrow, have we heard about the death rate today and tomorrow, have we taken the vaccinations, and all of this discussion sometimes deters us and makes us forget about the reality of this world, about the reality of this world. And this is why some of the scholars mentioned that Allah Jalla wa Ala, He decrees calamities, He strikes people's hearts, He turns the world upside down to remind us once more that it is He who has complete control over absolute everything. In today's khutbah, inshallah ta'ala, I would like to very briefly discuss the tafsir, the explanation of a surah that is often recited in salah, and that some of the scholars will often say it is equivalent to a third of the meaning of the Quran. They say it is equivalent to a third of the meaning of the Quran. It is none other than Surah Az-Zalzalah, a surah that is referred to as the surah of the earthquake, a surah where Allah Jalla wa Ala actually shakes this world, a literal shake, and every single person in every single country will feel it as well. He says subhanahu wa ta'ala, إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا. And when the earth is struck with this mighty shake, and the earth in this particular passage, and the grammatical language or sequence of the words in this passage, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that this earth is made for this shake. The earth is made to quake like this quake. And this quake or this shake that the earth will happen is such that no other shake has ever happened to this earth. It is a mighty shake, for which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَا أَيُّهَا النَّاسُ اتَّقُوا رَبَّكُمْ إِنَّ زَلْزَلَةَ السَّاعَةِ شَيْءٌ عَظِيمٌ. All mankind, fear Allah, for the shake of the hour, that shake, this shake that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is speaking about, is a mighty, mighty earthquake. Is a mighty earthquake. And so the earth will be shook in a mighty way. إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا. An earthquake so great وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا. That everything from the depths of the earth will be spat out by the earth. Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala mentions that the earth will spit out all of its dead. The earth will spit out all of the bone that is gathered throughout these years. Thousands, millions, perhaps billions of years. The earth will spit out everything mankind were chasing and fighting one another for. It's gold, it's silver, it's copper. Everything that the earth possesses. It's diamonds, it's rubies, it's jewelry. Everything it will spit out. And some of the scholars of Islam, they mention that now the earth has every single thing that took place upon it on top of it. Everyone now and everything now is on the surface of the earth. And no one is able to fight for anything. No one is able to take the gold or to take the silver or to take the jewels or to take the rubies. Everything and everyone is treated exactly the same. وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا. And mankind will say upon seeing the earth in this particular manner, and seeing this earthquake, and seeing the mighty Shaykh, and seeing everything being spat out, what's wrong with it? They'll say together, what's wrong with this earth? And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, makes the believers fear the reality of this world. Because he says, وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا. يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا. يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا. On that day the earth will speak to Allah. And it will relay every single information, every single incident, every single occurrence that took place upon it. يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا. So some of the scholars of Islam, they mention that the purpose of the earth is for two things. Is to shake this mighty Shaykh and to speak to Allah about everything that took place upon it. In today's language, or in the language of the road, we often refer to somebody who tells the secrets of others as a snitch. And we look upon him or look down upon him in a manner whereby we have a lot of hatred for him. Because he tells the secrets of others. He tells the private incidents of others. وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا. Mankind will say, what's wrong with it? Why would we say what's wrong with it? Not just because of the Shaykh of the earth that is not in comparison with anything other, but because of the fact that it will relay every single information that took place upon it. What's wrong with you? That you're telling Allah Jalla wa Ala about every single thing that took place upon you. And this is why the scholars of Islam mention that the greatest witness is against yourself, even though you speak against yourself. Firstly is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then is the malaika on your shoulders. And then it's the earth that you tread upon, and the air that you breathe. For the earth, every single part of it, will speak to Allah Jalla wa Ala. For it will be given the revelation to speak, it will be commanded to speak. يَوْمَئِذٍ تُحَدِّثُ أَخْبَارَهَا بِأَنَّ رَبَّكَ وَتْ أَوْحَى لَهَا. Because Allah will command it to speak. And when you are commanded by your Lord to do something, there is no second option. When you're commanded by your Lord to fulfill the command, it is your utmost goal to ensure that you fulfill that command in the greatest possible way. So when Allah Jalla wa Ala commands the earth to speak, and commands the earth to relay every single information that took place upon it, it will tell Allah everything. Everything and anything that took place upon it. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إن الله تعالى غفور رحيم. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها. يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره. He says subhanahu wa ta'ala, the earth of the earth is shook, a mighty shake, and the earth spits out everything that it has. And mankind then sees the earth in this particular manner. And it sees the earth and it begins hearing the earth speaking to Allah Jalla wa Ala. And it says, what's wrong with it? يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم. On that day, you see mankind gathering in groups, as if though they're drunk, as if though they're confused, not knowing what's happening. All of them ليروا أعمالها. All of them on that day will see their deeds for themselves. Not only will the earth speak, not only will the earth speak to Allah Jalla wa Ala, but Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala an said, Allah Jalla wa Ala will command the earth to speak, and He will make your deeds tangible. So you see the earth speak, and as the earth speaks, you see the deeds that you committed upon the earth as well. And this is why on the scale, when the deeds are weighed on the scale, not only are your scrolls weighed, not only are you yourself weighed, but your deeds are made tangible and they are weighed in front of you as well. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَهُ. And whoever does an action as small as a dust particle in the sky. This word dharra is the smallest thing known to man. So you can translate it as an atom or a particle. Some of the scholars translate it as dust, as you can see in the sun. The smallest possible thing you can think of. So whoever does an action that is good, as small as the smallest thing you can think of, you will see it when it's good and you will see it when it's evil. Oh brothers in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala controls His dunya. And what we are living through now, it's a reminder that in reality it is Allah who controls the dunya. And Allah Jalla wa Ala controls the akhirah. He is Malik al-Mulk. He is the King of kings, the King of the kingdoms. The Mulk al-Samawat wal-Ard ma baynahuma. The kingdom of the heavens and the kingdom of the earth. He is the Malik and the Malik of everything. He is the owner, the possessor, the king of everything, Jalla wa Ala. If we are not going to realize now when we see loved ones literally passed away in front of us, and every day we hear of people passing away, every day we are sending messages on our phone saying, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. May Allah have mercy upon him. Then when are we going to wake up? When are we going to realize that tomorrow will be our day? And tomorrow we will be carried to our graves. And tomorrow someone will be telling the story about us. Tomorrow a message will be passed around saying, you, I have passed away. Tomorrow people will be making dua for us. And then people will forget about us. Be prepared for the earth to shake. Be prepared for the earth to speak. And be prepared to see your deeds in a tangible form. As everyone ever created will hear the earth speak as well about you. And we hear you and see your deeds as well. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us from the day of judgment. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to envelop us in His mercy. We ask Him subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to only see good deeds. We ask Him subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us for our sins and to raise our ranks in Jannah. We ask Him subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us from the inhabitants of paradise. Jannat al-Firdaus, the highest level of paradise. We ask him subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us from the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم أذل الشرك والمشركين اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين قوموا للصلاة.